Your reaction, everyone, is exactly what I'm looking for, because people don't really talk much about sensitive topics and topics they need to talk about, especially when it can save people's life, including their own. And the fact that you guys start talking about it, and you know, you guys are asking me if I would miss you, and of course I would, and so would so many other people. But you guys need to know that. You guys need to know if people would miss you or not, because maybe you're not told that a lot. But yes, your family would miss you. I would miss you a lot. Let's be honest, we don't know each other too well. Like, I keep my private side outside of streaming, private information. So you guys only know me to a certain extent, but that doesn't mean I love all of you. And I would never want you guys to be hurt and suffer throughout life, especially suicide. And then, and that, maybe send them this video, man, because they have suicidal thoughts. Because people's suicidal thoughts, it distorts their perception of reality to think that they don't have positive people in their life, they don't have positive goals, they don't have a positive future, when all that is not true at all. What happened to Reckful is a lesson that says that's not a time to just sit still and not say anything. That's a time where you need to speak up and let the streamer know that they're loved and you appreciate them, and that they have a lot of good people in the chat and they have a lot of good people in their life. It's also a time to get the mods or get the streamer to ban whoever's telling negative things. That's the time to stand up and actually like do something. Regardless of that happening, people don't learn, and people still go around saying horrible things to people, and there's going to be people that tell people to kill themselves in the future and do suicide. And just the other day I had someone come into my chat and talk all this trash to me after we did a 1v1 in COD Mobile. And maybe that guy knew about Reckful and he doesn't care, or maybe he doesn't know about what happened to Reckful and he still doesn't care. The point is, we can't forget that what people say online has a huge impact, and it can make the streamer kill themselves. So think before you actually talk. Like, actually think about what you're going to say in someone's chat and online, whether it's on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Twitch, on Mixer, on Facebook. It actually matters, because words are extremely powerful online. That's why cyberbullying is a thing. So that's why people need to be very careful what they say online. They really do. Just because we don't see each other face to face doesn't mean it hurts people and causes depression and causes them to suffer and to worry about things, or even suicide like Reckful. I hope the best for your brother, man. And like, he since he has something like that, he's more vulnerable, not to suicide, but more vulnerable on the internet when he hears negative things. So when people say negative things and he hears that, it's probably gonna hurt him more. Like, if people are making fun of his bipolar disorder or just making fun of him. That's why this stuff really matters, because behind the screen, a lot of us have mental health issues. Or just health issues. Or some kind of disadvantage. And it just makes me so mad that people don't care what they say online, because they think, oh, it's online, I can see whatever I want. Just recently I started researching into it, and I actually learned that a lot of streamers have depression, and a lot of people online actually suffer with the toll it takes reading their chats or like reading comments online, not even just streaming, and they're unhappy because of it. Now Josh, you said to me you decided to watch one more streamer and then you decided not to do it. Are you talking about me when you say that? Because that would be like crazy, like mind blowing if I was like that guy that prevented you from doing suicide, man. But whoever it is, like thank God to them, and we're glad you're here. Like, it's horrible, man. That, I don't even know what to say that, Josh. I've never had someone tell me that before. I'll get you your comment in a second, Raze. I'm just like mind blown what Josh is telling me right now. Even if you're not the most entertaining person in the world, if you're a good person, you're still gonna make a difference streaming. You might even prevent someone from doing suicide. It's incredible. When people say things online, they never know what the other person's going through, really. They might be missing body parts, they might be having a mental health disorder. What frustrates me is when we learn these things and we become smarter, we see this in human nature in like future generations, that toxicity just comes. Haven't you ever heard in school how people always say that the freshmen are like horrible, and the freshmen say just wait until you get to the next year? It's like, why is it in human nature that people are just toxic to each other and like unfriendly? That's why we gotta stick up for each other and surround yourself with positive people. That's why I value positivity so much in my community, man, and make sure there aren't negative people around here. Because there's so many negative people, but there's a lot of positive people too. And what each one of you have to do, even though you're not streamers, is create your own positive world. Eliminate negative people, get the positive people in. That's why it's so important. Because if you don't have positive people around you, you're going to be in a dark place, and if you're already suffering with something, you might end up doing suicide, or someone you know might end up doing suicide. He's not like that though, because he rarely tells anyone about it, and he has a lot of friends, and he has a lot of fun. That's actually pretty good, man. That's what, see, he's doing it right by surrounding himself with a lot of friends. Again though, like text online might hurt him more than usual, since he has a bipolar disorder. Just keep an eye on him, man. Take care of your brother. Continue to like love your brother, man. Like stay with him. Josh says, my grandpa had mental problems and my uncle had some, except his body. Dallas is like, I think I have ADHD and I have problems with my ears and being a squeaker, but I don't let it get in my way. Good job, Dat. We all have obstacles, man. And just keep doing what you want to do to be happy. You're doing it right, Dat. I'm proud of you, man. I am proud of you, Dat. When people talk trash on me, I don't get affected by it, Ray says. Because he knows that they are just salty. And I know that it doesn't matter, but others don't, which makes me sad. Adam, I rarely tell anyone about this particular... Oh, wow. Well, thank you for sharing that with me, man. Rays, you might be surprised by this, but other people in my community actually have that. I don't want to offend any of you guys when I say this, but we're actually all messed up in a lot of ways. Like, everyone is, like, messed up in a certain way. Whether it's, like, physical health, mental health, maybe spiritual health, emotional health. When you say trash talk doesn't get to you, because you know they're just salty, that is... I don't know if you noticed during the video I played, but at one point I'm talking about how no one has the authority or power to tell someone what to do with their life. And that's the same exact thing right there. It's like as soon as someone says to kill yourself or something really, really negative, they no longer have meaning to their words because they're just not someone you want to apply meaning to, because they just don't have a good mind. You just don't have a good mentality.